like you owned the place. Didn't knock, didn't wait. I was fine with my four walls, and you leaned against the door frame and smiled. I didn't ask you to stay, didn't leave a light on the porch, but you sat on my floor like you'd always been there, like you were already home. And that's the thing about strangers, they don't owe you anything, but you handed me your silence like a promise with no ring. You were uninvited, but now I cannot feel your name. You never said you'd stay forever, but I never said goodbye the same. You were uninvited, and I was unprepared. Now every room I walk into still has your ghost in the air. I remember your jacket was too thin for the winter that came that year. You asked for nothing, not even my name, but somehow I wanted you to hear. You talked about a city I've never seen, and I told you about my worst fear. Two strangers breaking their own rules just by sitting here. And that's the cruel part of timing. You don't know it's gold till it fades. You left the way you came in, quiet, unannounced, unafraid. You were uninvited, but now I cannot feel your name. You never said you'd stay forever, but I never said goodbye the same. You were uninvited, and I was unprepared. Now every room I walk into still has your ghost in the air. I don't even know if you remember the Tuesday, the rain, the cheap coffee, but I've been writing songs about a stranger who showed me that being seen is scary. And maybe you were just bored, and maybe I was just lonely, but for 12 minutes in a cheap cafe, you made me feel like the only. You were uninvited, but I keep the door unlocked now, just in case, just in case. You said hello like it was nothing, like your voice wasn't about to live in my chest for months, like that one syllable wasn't gonna rewire everything. I answered hey like I was fine, like my hands weren't shaking under the table, like I hadn't already memorized your jacket. That's the cruel thing about hello. It sounds so casual, so harmless, so ordinary. But some hellos are actually goodbye to the person you were 5 minutes before. Some hellos should come with a warning label, caution. You will never be the same. Hello, 2 syllables that stole my sleep. Hello, the most dangerous word I'll ever keep. You didn't say anything special, just your name and a small smile. But I remember the exact lighting, the way the coffee steam blurred your face for a second. And in that second I forgot every other conversation I'd ever had. Not because you were perfect, but because you were real. Some hellos are actually goodbye to the person you were 5 minutes before. Some hellos should come with a warning label, caution. You will never be the same. Hello, 2 syllables that stole my sleep. Hello, the most dangerous word I'll ever keep. We never even got to goodbye. We just faded into how have you been. But I'm still stuck at the beginning, at the door, at the moment your mouth formed that sound. You said hello like it was nothing, but I built an entire universe inside that nothing. And I'd do it again. Hello, hello, I'm still here, still at page 1. Tripped on air when I saw you, spilled my drink on someone's shoe, said something dumb like nice weather in December in the rain, whatever. You laughed, but not the mean kind, more like the you're a mess but I don't mind kind. And that's when I knew you were different, 'cause most people would have just pretended. Awkward is supposed to be embarrassing, but with you it felt like permission to stop trying to be cool and just be a fool with rhythm. Awkward, never felt this good before. You make stumbling look like an art. Every wrong word, every clumsy move just became another part of the most beautiful disaster, of the least cool I've ever been. Awkward with you is just honest, honest is where love begins. I forgot your name 3 seconds after you told me. Asked the same question twice in a row. You just smiled and said, I'm still the same person. And I said, cool, 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 too slow. I texted the wrong emojis later, sent a message meant for my mom. You just laughed and said, I figured. And somehow that felt like a charm. Awkward, never felt this good before. You make stumbling look like an art. Every wrong word, every clumsy move just became another part of the most beautiful disaster, of the least cool I've ever been. Awkward with you is just honest, and honest is where love begins. Everyone's trying to be perfect, smooth and poised and planned. But you looked at my awkward self and you didn't demand anything other than what I am, which is messy, weird and real. And that's the least awkward thing I've ever felt. Awkward. Yeah, that's us. And I wouldn't fix a single thing. I ran the numbers, I weighed the pros and cons. You're a terrible investment. On paper, you're all wrong. Too many red flags, wrong city, wrong time. But my chest keeps signing checks that my brain can't justify. And I'm supposed to be the careful one, the one who doesn't dive. But you looked at me across the room and suddenly logic dies. Logic dies when you walk in. Every reason packs its bags. I built a fortress made of sense, and you walk through it with rags. Logic dies, I can't explain why I burned down all my plans just to stand inside your chaos with no map inside my hands. My friends all say be smarter, my therapist agrees, but they didn't see you Tuesday when you cried about the trees. You care so weirdly deeply for a world that broke you twice, and that doesn't make any sense at all. So neither am I tonight. Logic dies when you walk in. Every reason packs its bags. I built a fortress made of sense, and you walk through it with rags. Logic dies, I can't explain why I'd burn down all my plans just to stand inside your chaos with no map inside my hands. just the moment you stop asking why, and let the illogical thing be the only truth alive. Logic dies, and I don't even miss it. You're not warm like a fire, you're warm like a winter coat that still lets some cold in. But that's the part I like the most, 'cause I've been burned by heat before, by people who were too much sun. You're the shade on a hot day, the cool that makes me run. And I told you, not running away, just running somewhere in between. Where the temperature is honest, and I don't have to pretend I'm mean. Cold warmth, you don't hug me, you just stand close. You don't promise forever, but you don't ghost. Cold warmth, the kind that doesn't suffocate. You're the perfect temperature for someone afraid of fate. I don't need a fever, I just need a pulse, and you give me just enough without the overload result. Cold warmth, exactly right. The first time was accidental. I didn't mean to need you this fast. It was just a glance, a laugh, a moment. I thought it wouldn't last, but now it's been weeks and I'm shaking when my phone doesn't light up with your name. And I know that sounds unhealthy, but honestly I like the pain. Quit harder things before, caffeine, sugar, bad habits galore. But you're a different kind of drug, one I don't want to withdraw from. Addicted to the way you think out loud, to the pause before you speak. Addicted to the way you don't perform, to the tightness in your cheek. I know they say don't need someone, but needing you feels free. Addicted to the first time I met you, and every time you've chosen me. not saying this is healthy, I'm not saying this is wise, but sobriety was lonely, and you're a beautiful vice. I'll go to meetings later, I'll admit I have a problem then, but right now let me be addicted to the only high that's made sense. One day you will be balanced, one day you will be calm, but today let me be messy, let me fall into your palm. Addicted. And I don't want a cure, It's not the dramatic kind of pain, no falling to my knees in the rain. It's just a dull weight behind my ribs, like something's there that shouldn't live. I press my hand against my sternum, like I could feel you if I tried, but you're not there, just the memory of the first time that you smiled. Doctors would call it nothing, just anxiety or stress, but I know it's you still sitting where my lungs used to rest. My chest hurts, not because you broke me, but because you fixed something that didn't know it was empty. My chest hurts in the best, worst way, like healing and bleeding happening on the same day. I used to feel nothing there, just a cavity for air. Now every breath reminds me that you used to be right there. And I don't want the pain to leave, 'cause if it goes, then so will you. So I'll take the ache, the weight, the hurt, if it means I'm still feeling you. Maybe one day it'll fade, and I'll be normal again, but I the chest hurt that never ends. Chest hurts good. Good. Didn't forget to breathe, that would be dramatic, right? It's more like my lungs got lazy, like they didn't need to fight, 'cause air was suddenly optional when you were in the room. My body just assumed that you'd do the breathing for me soon. Not in a scary way, not like I was dying, just in a nothing else matters way, like gravity was lying. Breathless, not because I ran a race, but because you looked at me and time and oxygen lost their place. Breathless, like the first time I forgot that I was supposed to function when you gave me all you've got. I trade 100 easy breaths for one more second of that feeling where my chest forgets its job because my heart is too busy stealing. Every bit of focus, every cell, every stupid autopilot fails, and I'm just standing there a mess, happily, beautifully breathless. People pay for yoga to learn how to breathe slow, but I got it for free the second that you said hello. Breathless, and I hope I never catch my breath again. You weren't supposed to leave a mark, just a handshake in the dark, but your fingers lingered half a beat, and now I'm feeling things underneath. I didn't bleed the way you think, no broken glass, no kitchen sink, just a slow ache behind my ribs, like something healed that never was. I don't know your middle name, but I'd recognize your shadow in the rain. You didn't break me, that's the thing. You just showed me I was still listening. You're a beautiful wound, the kind I don't want to heal. You didn't hurt me, but you made me feel. A beautiful wound that doesn't need a scar. You just walked into my silence and stayed a little too far. I've had my ribs cracked open before by people who promised more, but you promised nothing at all, and somehow that was the loudest call. You didn't stay, you didn't leave, you just existed between belief, and now I'm stuck in that in between, the most painful place I've ever been. You're a beautiful wound, the kind I don't want to heal. You didn't hurt me, but you made me feel. A beautiful wound that doesn't need a scar. You just walked into my silence and stayed a little too far. Maybe one day I'll thank you for not staying long enough, because if you had, I wouldn't have written this song. but I also wouldn't have known that I could still feel this strong. Beautiful wound, beautiful wound. You didn't break me, you just found what was already broken and kissed it gently.